Kenny's son makes video games. In fact, Kenny's son has made games for as long as he could remember. Even as a young man, his curiosity and dedication to the art was apparent. His parents, his teachers, and his friends all knew this about Kenny. He loved video games, and his desire to make them was undeniable. Taking inspirations from the world around him and the games that formed his tastes, Kenny was always in front of a screen, tinkering away at whatever idea fluttered through his mind. Video games would take Kenny far in life, but he could have never expected the heights he'd one day reach.
One day, I'm gonna make a game called Ballbylon just for you, Volvi.
Hey there, I'm Kenny's son, and I'm coming up with my new game, Ball Pit. And this is how I imagine my studio would look like if Devolver Digital gave me enough funds to make my own studio.
Are you the only one here?
Yes, it's just me.
There's like 5 of us, Kenny.
So whose studio is this?
So, my first notable game was Circa Infinity, a hypnotic platformer that was passed over by Devolver Digital when I first pitched it to them. But that game did a lot of good to me. It gave me the belief and the confidence to actually make video games as a career. And I'm so grateful for the early support from players, and no props to Devolver Digital for obvious reasons. From there, I started taking out video games every year to hone my craft and explore the passion that I had for geometric shapes. And that gave rise to the IGF-nominated Mr. Sun's Hatbox, which was again declined by Devolver Digital, but that game got a lot of commercial and critical success. And now we are here in the present tense. Ball Pit, the brick breaking, the ball fusing, the base building, survival roguelite in partnership with Devolver Digital. They finally got their together and they saw the potential of this beautiful game when its balls started dangling in front of their faces.
So do you want me to edit out that last part?
No, please don't, keep it. So now we're going to discuss about Ball Pit, and we're going to see its first trailer, and after that we're going to dwell a little bit deeper into what makes this game so much fun. Roll that footage, Henry. Go for it.
You said you were the only one here.
Henry. Henry.
Ballbylon has fallen. A pit is all that remains. Now treasure seekers flock to explore its depths. A brick breaking, ball fusing, base building, survival roguelite, power up, rebuild Ballbylon. Descend into chaos.
That computer isn't even plugged in.
So anyways, listen, when I first started work on Ball Pit.
When we started work on Ball Pit.
So I was saying, it was a little different from what it is right now. The core concept has been the same from the beginning, but I've built on top of it the last few years. Also, the game comes from a very private, intimate space. Look, when I was a little boy, I was diagnosed with IBS, internal ball syndrome.
That's not what that stands for.
Now, what that meant was that I would spontaneously spit up balls.
These dang balls.
Now, that was not painful or anything, but the affliction was such an important part of my life that I had to weave it into the narrative of my next game as an artist. And as they say, true art lies within. Ball Pit. The demo is on Steam as we speak, and the full game is going to release later this year. So if that is something that intrigues you, then please give the demo a spin and also wish list the game to be up to date with the release date later this year. And if even then you're not convinced, then I have two folks that I've invited who have been really important for me to bring this game to life. And other people back behind the scenes, team, thank you so much, everybody.
Thanks.
But these two have been the two stars for sure.
Thank you, Kenny. And hello to all you gamers out there. I'm Rick, and I play the Fireball in Ball Pit.
And I'm Janice.
Some of you may recognize me from my past work, say as a segment in the Super Mario Bros. Fire Bar. Yes, I was Ball 3. And most recently as the Light Punch Hadouken from Street Fighter. And my co-star, Janice, who is new to video games and, quite honestly, in over her head.
That was an unnecessary jab, Rick. So, hello, I am Janice, and I play one of the hunters in Ball Pit, which is just one of the many playable characters. But, well, I'm just so excited to be working on a video game. So my kids love video games, and they just think this is so cool. And I used to work in insurance, and you know, sometimes I handled fires, but not like fireballs. Would love to extinguish that. But this is just so much more fun. Look at me in my dress-up outfit. It's so fun. But anyways, I'm rambling now, so sorry about that. I'm just excited to be here. Woo!
A masterclass in syllables. Now, Ball Pit is a fast-paced fantasy roguelike wherein heroes must find the balls to plunge deeper into a seemingly bottomless pit of monsters. There are two sides to the game, much like that two-faced Janice.
Oh, you, Rick.
The combat side of Ball Pit sees players select one of the hunters, each with their own starting ball type and special perks. Collecting XP gems from vanquished foes builds up your meter, which allows you to add new balls and items into the mix and upgrade, or even combine existing balls to create insane mashups of power. Each realm you visit has its own unique enemy tile set, pesky mini-bosses, and menacing final boss figure to clash with at the very end of the run. Win or lose, you can take some or all of your spoils of war back up the pit to base camp. Use those resources to build out new structures to your town and fields to harvest that unlock new playable hunter characters, each with their own flair in combat. Over time, your base will expand, giving way for more room for buildings, fields, and quarries to draw from, and improve your hunters' chances of survival. There are many realms to roam, many hunters to unlock, and a dizzying amount of balls and combinations to experiment with on your quest to rebuild Ballbylon.
Thanks for mansplaining, prick. Oh, I mean Rick. Slip of the tongue.
And that, my friends, was a little bit on Ball Pit. And there is a lot more to unveil in the coming months as we march towards the release later this year. If you still haven't, please try the demo on Steam as soon as you can, because this has been something that I've wanted to create since I was a sweet little boy.
Hi.
And this is something very, very special.